So, Spider-Man 2. Wait, I just saw. What was this message? I just saw a message pop up and now. Why do you have to be like that? I hate when you do that to me. Okay, Spider-Man 2 is coming out soon. Well, I'm saying this because like this video is coming out in September. It should be coming out in the late September, maybe even October if I'm not mistaken. But it's coming out, and of course I'm getting it. Okay, as a Spider-Man fan who played both the first one and Miles Morales, who would I be if I didn't get the next edition? A farce, that would I be. But will SCP-1520, an elderly monk, get the Spider-Man game? We will see! We have no idea if he will or not. Alright. We just know it is safe. SCP-1520 is to be seen in the corner of a standard cell of the type used to contain safe class humanoid SCP objects. Okay, we're good. This is already a good sign. We don't have to worry too much. I say that. I say we don't have to worry too much, but we don't know. No furniture, fixtures, or amenities are to be provided. That must be boring then, huh? No external or internal light sources are to be provided, except when SCP-1520 is being directly interacted with. When interaction is necessary, personnel shall wear low light goggles, and light provided shall be of bare minimum necessary to allow their functioning. The chamber is to be soundproof to prevent any external stimulus. Air shall be filled constantly and silently to prevent any odoriferous compounds from accumulating. Air temperature to be maintained at 16 degrees Celsius. Yeah, okay, that's a good spring day. Not warm, not cold. It's just just good in the middle. SCP-1520 is to be fed one nutritionally supplemented wafer with a natural taste profile once per day, as well as 30 milliliters of filler water. That's not a lot. 30 milliliter? This is a liter, correct? Is it? Are you? What does it say here? But this is 1.5. So I would say 30 milliliter. Like this much? Probably less than that actually. Oof. That's not a lot. Interaction with honestly, it might be even way less than what I gave. I probably gave it like 100 milliliter by pure consideration. Interaction with SCP-1520 for interview and examination purposes shall be kept to a minimum. Any physical interaction with SCP-1520 is to be conducted by personnel wearing elbow-length gloves, and direct contact between SCP-1520 and exposed flesh is not to occur. So yeah, it looks like, as it says, like they just don't want anything influencing what this SCP. I don't want to say that the SCP will influence anything around it, but it does. I was about to say that, but it does say don't touch it. But at the same time, I also feel like it's not about what it influences around itself. It's what around itself influences it. I think that's what it is. I think they don't want this SCP to be influenced by the surroundings, and whatever the influence will do might just, put it in danger, put them in danger, something like that. Medical examination of SCP-1520 shall be conducted once per month to determine whether additional attention is required. SCP-1520 is not to be adjusted from its current position during examination unless necessary, and all examinations are to be performed as quietly and in a little light as possible. SCP-1520 may be provided at its request with a pair of opaque goggles. Yeah. So I just have the image of like all the shrine monks from Legend of Zelda in Breath of the Wild that just are like perfectly still, just Every single time. SCP-1520 is a human male of Japanese ancestry, approximately 400 years of age at the time it entered Foundation custody. SCP-1520 is a highly desiccated and dehydrated in a manner resembling the corpse of Buddhist monks prepared by an archaic process called Sokushinbutsu, or Shukushinbutsu, depends if one of the U is being spelled out or not, pronounced or not, wherein the aspirant was gradually dehydrated by means of a special diet over the course of several years in order to produce a natural mummy after death. Didn't I watch a video of Wendy Goon who talked about this? I'm pretty sure I did. SCP-1520 flesh is dry and translucent and is stretched taut over its bones. X-ray and MRI analysis has shown that musculature and internal organs, excluding the brain, eyes, and ears, are severely atrophied. SCP-1520 has been noted to inhale and exhale once approximately every 8.3 minutes. Heart rate is approximately 2 to 3 beats per hour. Ooh. That's like every 20 minutes you hear like a... just very softly. I don't know if I would feel comfortable, seeing this mummy in the museum, for example. You just walk past it, and then you just kind of stand there. You're doing night shift, and next thing you know, you hear from that mummy's mouth just a simple. I will quit. I will quit my job. I'll be like, no. I don't need this. I really don't need this. SCP-1520 is a circulatory system, contains less than 2.5 liters of blood. Other bodily fluids are found in quantities negligible to non-existent. Ow. SCP-1520's body temperature is not significantly higher than room temperature. Due to its inhibited metabolism, SCP-1520 requires little food or water and does not appear to excrete or sweat. Okay. What happens if you feed him more than more than a waiver? What happens if you feed him, I don't know, let's just fucking go crazy, a whole this size of a cookie? Then what? SCP-1520 is fully conscious and aware of its surroundings and is able to speak a dialect of Japanese found in prefecture in the 16th century, and to make signs through simple movements of its hand and fingers. SCP-1520 is either unwilling or unable to engage in any other physical movements. When not being interacted with by Foundation personnel, SCP-1520 sits in a lotus position, motionless except for breathing and occasionally quiet recitation of prayers. At other times, it appears to be sleeping or meditating and does not react to external stimuli. It is not apparent whether SCP-1520 is capable of sleep or whether it remains aware of its surroundings during these periods of inactivity. So does it just speak without inhaling once? Well, actually, it inhales every 8.3 minutes. So does it just speak non-stop for 8.3 minutes sometimes? Well, the only just here, wait, hold on. An occasional quiet recitation, so probably it would be and then just speak in those quiet recitations. And then it's just quiet. Yeah. It doesn't, inhale, exhale as often as I did. I did it twice. So, it either inhales, says the recital, and then exhales. Or it inhales, exhales, and while it's exhaling, says the recital, and then just doesn't breathe. Anything like that. SCP-1520 was surrendered to Foundation custody in 1946 when the United States Army personnel found it enshrined in a Buddhist temple in Japan during the Allied occupation. Temple priests referred to SCP-1520 as a living Buddha, who had undergone Sukushinbutsu in 1576 and had been revered as a god by the temple goers. Show interview log. Of course, there's an interview log. Date 19. Dr. White. Hereafter, why? SCP-1520. SCP-152 has, in general, politely refused any attempts to interview it, responding to any attempts to question it with silence or by saying, "I cannot discuss that." The extent of SCP-1520's spoken comments have consisted of simple requests pertaining to its containment, such as clean robes, goggles when it is being examined in brightly lit areas, and to be given less water in its daily feeding on. 19. During a medical examination in its cell, SCP-1520 abruptly began to speak to Y, a native Japanese speaker, while Y was monitoring its pulse. The following is a translation of the conversation that ensued. Big ass footnote. As no audio recording equipment was on hand when the incident occurred, this translation is based on notes compiled by Y after the incident occurred. Y has stated that the original Japanese spoken by SCP-1520 was considerably more flowery and old-fashioned than the version he has produced, and it made use of several terms not used in modern Japanese, which he was unfamiliar with. Makes sense, since, you know, he's from the 1500s. You know what? I'm gonna do this. It beats when it must. What the? Records from SCP-1. Y records from SCP-1520. You are afraid. Fear not. Fear is only an aspect of Maya. You're speaking. Y attempts to regain its composure. Yes. You never should have started talking before. Why now? Because I must. Why? Because I have failed. Failed at what? I have sat and meditated and pondered for how long I do not know, awaiting Nirvana, but this body is unwilling to release me from its grasp. I am unable to achieve what I set out to accomplish. Why? I have regrets. They keep me here. I am unable to rid myself truly of desire while this work is undone. I must ask you to help me to do what I cannot do for myself. Do you want us to kill you? No. Death will come to this body when it will. You must bring a message to a woman I left behind when I chose this path. No offense, but do you know what year it is? Everyone you knew before you chose this path is long dead. It has been long since I counted the days. If she has died, take it to her children. Have you a scroll and ink? I shall wait. My man, it's been 400 years. Let's see what the footnote says. Following this conversation, Y acquired a pen and paper and proceeded to transcribe a lengthy letter to a woman named, in which SCP-1520 apologized for leaving her, explained his reason for becoming a monk, and stated his hope that the child would grow up wise and benevolent. Foundation historians were able to identify as having died in 1588. A descendant was identified living in Scranton, PA. An English-language copy of the letter was delivered to who could not speak or read Japanese under the pretense of being a family memento discovered during an estate sale. After delivery was completed, Y returned to SCP-1520's chamber and informed it that the task has been completed. SCP-1520 exhibited no reaction to this news and has not made any attempt to communicate with Foundation staff since. Maybe, it's just maybe, it finally reached Nirvana. That's my assumption with this whole situation. Wait a minute. I keep forgetting to pull that out. There. Yeah, no, I think this SCP has reached Nirvana. It passed on. It did that first and then was like, hey, go to her please and just tell her I'm sorry. And now that the apology has been successfully passed over, he's gone, vanished, disappeared, ceased to exist. The whole 8 miles.